Boney M was one of the most commercially successful and visually iconic acts of the late 1970s. Created by German producer Frank Farian in 1975, the group was designed as a studio concept rather than a traditional band. Farian, who recorded the vocals for Baby Do You Wanna Bump himself, needed a public face for his studio project after the track found unexpected success. He recruited performers to form a group that would represent the music visually and publicly. The lineup that solidified Boney M's image included Liz Mitchell, Marcia Barrett, Maisie Williams, and Bobby Farrell. Although all four members performed on stage and in music videos, not all of them contributed equally in the studio. Liz Mitchell and Marcia Barrett sang most of the female vocals, while Farian himself recorded many of the male vocals. Bobby Farrell, despite being the group's most visible male figure, rarely sang on the records. Boney M achieved international fame with hits like Daddy Cool, Sunny, Ma Baker, Belfast, Rasputin, and Rivers of Babylon. These tracks dominated European and global charts, and their popularity extended into Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Rivers of Babylon became one of the best-selling singles in UK history at the time. The band's image, flashy costumes, synchronized dance routines, and distinct personalities was critical to their appeal. But behind the success, the structure of the group remained artificial. The fact that some members did not sing on the albums became an industry secret that, once revealed, led to criticism of the group's authenticity. Despite that, Boney M continued to tour and release music into the early 1980s. Their album sales began to decline as disco fell out of favor. The group's final album struggled to chart. Internal tensions over finances, management, and artistic credit contributed to their eventual disbandment. Bobby Farrell was dismissed from the group in 1981 and later returned for a time, but the internal dynamic never stabilized. Multiple versions of Boney M began to tour under different configurations, often leading to legal disputes. Bobby Farrell faced serious financial challenges and died in 2010 in a Russian hotel room. On the same date and in the same city where Rasputin, the subject of one of their biggest hits, had died decades earlier. Marcia Barrett later battled cancer and withdrew from public life for several years. Liz Mitchell attempted to relaunch her career and continued to perform under variations of the Boney M name. Maisie Williams, who had not sung on the original records, also created her own performing version of Boney M, leading to further legal disagreements over the brand. Frank Farian continued to be active in the music industry, later creating Milli Vanilli, another group plagued by controversy for lip-syncing and the use of session vocalists. His formula of manufactured acts proved commercially viable, though often ethically disputed. Today, Boney M's legacy remains largely intact in terms of cultural impact. Their songs are featured in films, commercials, and remixes, and they continue to have a nostalgic following. Yet the individuals behind the glitter and sound faced very different realities once the spotlight faded. Boney M's story is a case study in music industry construction, manufactured fame, and the often overlooked personal cost of image-based entertainment. From dominating charts to becoming a symbol of disco nostalgia, they were once at the center of global pop music, only to be sidelined, splintered, and largely forgotten by the mainstream. Their music lives on, but the real story behind Boney M reveals how fame can be engineered, controlled, and just as easily erased.